Would you do this deal? We are in Fairfield County, South Carolina. 2 point something acres, almost 30 acres. Accepted offer price is 58,000 and some change. Thinks we could sell it for 80. Not in the flood zone. I see some nice frontage and notes. I think it's overpriced, sounding like that. It's an awkward shape, makes me concerned with the value and the usability. Land this area is often used for hunting. It's a nice size for that. 30 acres is good. I've already spoken with the owner and told her I would conduct some additional research and contact her with a new offer that better reflects the current market.
Okay, so before we look at this deal, can you see why Mailer may have gotten overpriced based on the presentation I did today? If you just said 25%, and this is what, 30 acres, it's going to come out much too high, in my opinion, most of the time, if not every single time. This is why these pricing tools that some of the former Land Academy members who are software engineers that think they know how to do this better than Jill and I, these pricing tools end up being a waste of money. And I don't want you to waste money on mail. I want you to do deals. That's why we do this. So please micro price at the end, especially now, so that you're well above that comfort letter. It's comfortable for the seller to make some money and really comfortable for you to make a bunch of dough in the deal. Hope that's super, super clear. Let's see if it's overpriced. The property itself looks great.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about this shape and such. I'm cool with it because I've got that frontage on two sides now, and it looks like somebody's kind of using part of it by the way there, which is kind of interesting. I know what I would do.
What would you do?
Okay, I would immediately jump into like Zillow or somewhere and start looking and seeing like if what I think I could sell it for, and then I'm gonna work it backwards.
Let's just take a look at Slope. Adjacent house, adjacent cutout, adjacent agriculture. I like adjacent.
This is great.
Access looks great. Attributes, we don't know yet.
Yeah, what's the slope like?
It actually looks okay. It's not terribly terrible. You're gonna find it's gonna be all right.
Oh yeah.
Comes down to price, I think. So again, we're looking at all the properties in a zip code. So going back to my little presentation there, you can see how zip codes gets you part of the way there, gets you a lot of the way there, but not all the way. These properties are going to be priced different in the zip code than these, most likely. So within the confines of this Thursday call, we only can look at the data so fast or so slow. 158,000, you can see here. 45,000 for 2.5 acres. 45,000 for, you can see it's up here. When I hover over it, 3.5 for 45, 7 for 60, 5 for 50, and we're looking at paying $60,000 for 28. This is way too much money.
Right. Kelly thinks she can sell for 80. I want to justify the 80 before I mess around. Have you talked to someone? Actually,
20 grand to me. $20,000 acquisition price. But it's the same old story. Please get somebody to look on the ground.
That's what I'm asking. Did you get the 80 from somebody else, or did you get the 80 from you now doing your own recon?
I still wouldn't go back in and renegotiate it until I got a couple of really good real estate agents to look.
It sounds like you did a good job, by the way, laying the foundation that you already said I'm going to be contacting you with a new offer. Sometimes they know, like they're like jumping up and down, like, oh, how fast can we do it? Mom, is this the one? You know what I mean? Could you imagine? And you're like, oh no, what have I done? So if you can, in a nice way, say, did I put 53 on that one? Shucks. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you getting back to me so quickly. Let me do a little more digging here and I'll let you know. And you could come back with, that cutout. Oh, I thought that was there. Or I didn't realize it's so far from fill in the blank. There's lots of things you could do when you come back and go, I need to adjust this price. Would you do this deal? Grace Harbor, Washington, $87,000, 2 parcels adjoining. Thinks we could sell it for 160. So we have 220s. I like this. I like it even better like that. Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. Do you have a sign off the freeway there that just says, call me,
Call you.
Yeah.
Band.
Exactly. Having difficulty finding similar comps. Adjacent is timber and mobiles. Seller bought it for 180 in 2020. Interesting. Large acreage near the ocean, electric on the property, no other utilities. Husband purchased the land without telling his wife. They own a restaurant nearby and they need the money. Have an RV on the property that was recently broken into. Aw.
I don't have the kahunas to actually close a deal without letting Jill know. I'll close a land deal. She doesn't, and we both do that. but like a house or something. Jill and I have mild experience in this county. Look at this, see all this dirt? There's nothing but dirt in this county. And if you talk to somebody from Seattle or, some of the bigger cities, no one ever goes to the ocean in this state. It's not like California. Oregon's the same way. There's people in Seattle that have never seen the ocean. And so, well, if you look at this map and it looks glorious and it's like, wow, this is the greatest piece of real estate. It's probably less than a mile, I don't know, it's really close to the ocean. You just don't do it. It doesn't sell like it should. See this whole subdivision? It's probably 10% at this. It's probably 10% occupied, this whole sub. So this area of Washington State, although I'm sure it's amazing, just doesn't sell the way you think it would. I'd like to see the red, green, yellow test on some of these zip codes.
You know what I would do? I would spend some time, I bet, to make you feel good. Play around, look at the days on market. Can we peek at that? Or no? No. Okay. So what was your final decision?
I would not, if Joe brought this deal to me for any price, I'd probably say no. I just think that it's so, like, unless it was $2,000 or something.
Okay.
That's just it.
You just have a feeling about it.
Yeah, I know, I personally, like, because of all these inlets,
I would dig a
water,
little deeper.
all of it. I really would let the data tell me what's going to happen.
I wouldn't kick it to the curb. This might be one of those land purchases that I just don't tell them about, and then you and I go off and make some money, and then
that's fine too. That's totally fine. I certainly wouldn't buy it for $80,000. I would buy it for a hell of a lot less than that.
So it depends on how you're feeling. I'm not at the same point you are, but I understand that, and I respect your decision. So if you're there, then I would go back with a number like, if this guy says yes to this number, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
And based on his situation, he might, just to get it out of his life.
It's great advice. Like $8,000.
Something. All right, we have another one here. Same county, 4 APNs. God, this is cool. Got that. I love buying multiple properties from the same person.
Me too.
Okay, accepted offer price $10,000.
Now you're talking.
Thinks we can sell it for 40. And it's a 4.5 and a 10 and a 1 and a 3.5. 19 acres down the street, sold for $50,000 in 2020. Houses are nearby, somewhat close to the beach. We've covered that. Alive. Looks like there's some easements crossing the property. Not sure why it's broken up into so many small pieces. Oh, is it that?
I don't know. There's no.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that's probably it. 4 points. I bet these are all it. Now you're losing me, unfortunately. Yeah, that's one of them. That's not.
That's 9 acres. Does it seem like?
That's not. So maybe we go down the other way. All adjoining, mostly the left side of the road. Got it.
Okay.
All right. So then,
here's a house on 6 acres that has a value of $38,000.
Okay, house built in 1915.
I would pass on this deal also.
Yeah.
As much as it's tempting to write a $10,000 check with property all on the road here and put signs up there and everything.
I'm not feeling it.
Me too.
Creek County, Oklahoma, which is deal. Purchase price $15,000. Thinks we can sell it between 40 and 50. These are great numbers. I like these numbers. 5 acres. No direct road access as far as I can see. That's something I don't like. The seller does not know his west side neighbor. I plan to reach out to the neighbor and see if they're interested in buying this from me.
Good.
We suggest doing anything different. Oh, and or give you access if that's who's holding it up. Yeah.
This is a utility easement.
I'm good with that.
There's all kinds of cool stuff going on here.
Yeah.
It's access though. Let's see how much this house is worth. It's not in here.
Same zip though. At least you can get 5 acres for
$170,000, and you're about to pay $15,000 for 5 acres. This is on 5 acres. Something's wrong because this is a target property, and it says 5 acres, and this is 5 acres. So what I've seen in Oklahoma often is that this 5 acre property, is inside this property somewhere.
Will the legal tell us something?
Yeah.
Oh, undivided interest.
Half interest.
Yep. Ding ding. Run and
Northwest quarter of this, northwest, southwest, northeast, half interest.
Yep.
Section 22, range 16.
So that was good. So check this out. So there's probably 2 APNs, right? So maybe that really is a 10-acre property that we're looking at, but this APN pulls up 5 acres because the guy owns half interest.
That's exactly what's going on. So do you want to explain undivided interest?
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Undivided interest is this. It can manifest itself in a lot of different ways. It's not something to stay up at night about. Almost all areas where they did it have done away with it, or they're taking active measures to do away with it. When 2 people buy a piece of property right now, like us, we do joint tenants. Jack has joint tenants with Jill. That's it. One of us dies, the other person gets it. It's a non-event. It's not a taxable event. It's just not an event. A while ago, some counties got the bright idea to assign Jill's interest in that same property and my interest in that same property by giving us 2 APNs. The even brighter idea was to divide it without actually dividing it from an assessor standpoint, but say, hey, it's 10 acres. She's going to get 5. I'm going to get 5. Not sure. Well, they just said here it's the east half of it's. That could be the east half. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I doubt it. I think you're right. These are almost always, you can't undo them without, I mean, if it was a skyscraper property, then you can undo it, but it's just not worth,
the point,
not worth traveling down.
You need to call and say, who has the other half? And then we can talk. That's the only thing you can do.
And it could be my brother and I live with him and he wants to sell too. And then maybe you can put the deal together. So good luck with that. This is a lot. This is going to be a tremendous amount of work. I'll just stop right now.
Totally run.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.